Good morning, students. My name is Prerna and I'm your EVS teacher. And today, from your EVS book Enviro, we are going to be reading chapter number 1. So, tell me who is or who are the people who are very important in your life? Definitely, it is your family. So, why do we say that family is so important for us? So let us study this chapter, My Family, and understand about our family and why or what makes family so special in our life. Here we go. So, as I told you, we are going to be reading chapter number 1. And the name of the chapter, I've already told you, it is My Family. Now, let us first understand what is the meaning of family. It says a family is a group of people who are related to each other and live together. Now, how are people related to each other? You might have heard people saying that they have blood relation with each other. So, when you have a blood relation with someone, that person is your family. If we look at our own families, we will see the changes that have taken place over time. So in the second line, they are saying that over the years, there have been several changes that have occurred in terms of our family. So what are these changes that they're talking about? So these are some interesting changes. It says, some of our family members have grown older. So when you were born, the way your mother was, or the way your father was, or let's say your elder brother or elder sister was, or maybe your grandparents, they all have grown older as you started growing, as you started, you know, being becoming older. The other family members also started growing old. Some new members would have been born. So there might be a new addition in the family that happened after you were born. Some of our elders would have left home to do another work. So now here is a very interesting topic. It says your mother as a child. So have you ever imagined how your mother was, what was her appearance like, or what were her habits like when she was a child? You know, sometimes we hear our parents saying that, oh, she's just like her mom. Oh, she's just, or he's just like his father. Oh my God, look at her eyes. Exactly the way her father, has brown eyes. Her eyes are just like her father. Or maybe the nose, the hair, or the habits. So it says, when we see the photographs of our parents or elders at their young age, we become very curious to know about their habits, likes, dislikes, way of living, etc. So I'm sure all of you would have seen your parents' photograph when they were in their childhood. So have you ever asked them that what is it that you like? Or maybe you can also do this activity. You can ask your mother, you can ask your father that when you were of my age, what was that one habit that I also have and you also had? Right? See, it's going to be interesting. They're actually going to tell you that there are a lot of similarities. For instance, in a family album, Mahika saw some photographs of her mother as a young girl. So there's a girl called Mahika, and she has seen her mother's photograph when her mother was a young girl, probably about, let's say, 18, 19 years of her age. She was surprised to see how her mother had changed. Maybe the mother had lost a lot of weight. Maybe her mother had gained a lot of weight. Maybe she had really big, beautiful, lengthy hair before marriage, and after marriage, maybe she had short hair. And of course, she had a very glowing skin. Maybe after marriage, that also changed. So there were a lot of changes that Mahika saw in her mother's photographs. So let's see what were these changes or what were these things that Mahika saw in her mother's photograph when she saw her mother as a young girl. You can also do that. It's going to be very interesting. Her father told her that everyone changes as they grow older. Many things about them change in one way or the other. The way they look, the things they like, their habits, their way of dressing, and even the way they think. I'll give you a little example here. So, let's say when you were very, so taking the example, let's say when you were very young, or maybe you were about 2, 3 years of age, or maybe 5 years of age, or 6 years of age, maybe you did not like drinking milk. But over the year, oh, like as of now, you are about 8 or 9 years of age. But you've started drinking milk. You have no problems with it. You like its taste, and maybe you drink it now twice a day, or maybe earlier you were drinking it twice a day when you were 4 years of age or 5 years of age. But now you are drinking it only once a day, though you should drink milk at least twice a day. It's very good for your body, specifically now that you are growing up. So you see that in past 2, 3 years, your habits, maybe your basic habits, your food habits, your dressing habits have also changed. So this happens with everyone around us. So Maika's father tells her that everyone, while they're growing up, they observe or they experience a lot of change in their habits, their way of dressing, and a lot many things. When Mahika's mother was young, she was good in sports. She liked to dance also. She did not like to do household chores. So you see, who is this? This is Mahika's mother. So you see, she is, there's a photograph of Mahika's mother dancing, performing a classical dance. And she did not like to do household chores. What do you mean by household chores? It basically means the work that you would have seen your mothers doing on daily basis, like washing dishes, washing clothes, mopping. All these are a part of household chores. So Mahika is very surprised to see that, oh my God, my mother could dance. Wow, that's amazing. So Mahika's mother was someone who was very good at dancing, who even liked to do some knitting. So Mahika is very excited and very happy to see her mother like that. Now, another part of family or another concept related to family is your immediate family and your extended family. So let us understand, what do you mean by immediate family and extended family? It says the people you live with in your home are a part of your immediate family. So in your house right now, so there's mother, there's father, there is brother, sister, or maybe grandparents also. So these are a part of your immediate family. If in this family there are only parents and their children, then this family is also called as nuclear family. So a family wherein there are parents, that is mother, father, and a child, or maybe 2 children, 3 children, that is called a nuclear family. Then it says those members of our family, now they're talking about extended family. It says those members of our family who live separately as a part are a part of our extended family. So let's say your uncle, uh, your chacha, chachi, or your taiji, taiji. These are all your extended family if they are staying not in the same house as yours. If paternal side members like grandparents, uncles, and aunts live with us in the same house, then it is called a joint family. What do you mean by paternal side? The family which is from your father's side, your dada, dadi, and then your chacha, chachi, taiji, taiji. If all of you are staying in the same house, that means you are living in a joint family. All right. Now, what is it that brings the families together? What is it that bonds the families together? It is the functions, special occasions. So, like Diwali, all of us get together, we celebrate, we do puja together, we decorate the entire home together. Or let's say it's your birthday, so you see your family members coming in, pouring in, a lot of wishes, giving you the gift that you wanted. So these special functions or these special occasions are very important because these are the opportunities to strengthen your bond, to strengthen your relation with your family. So whenever there's a special occasion, always try that you are physically present in that on that occasion. Why? Because that is how you get to know your family better. That is how you develop more deep rooted relation with them. It says we generally meet our extended family on occasions which may be happy or sad. So sometimes what happens is that maybe someone is ill. So it's a sad occasion. That is also when you will see your family members coming together. Then it says we share our joys and sorrows with our relatives. For instance, Mahika is wearing a beautiful dress. Today is her birthday. Her parents have decided to celebrate her birthday. They have invited their relatives and friends. Mahika's maternal grandparents. So who are maternal grandparents? I told you paternal family or paternal grandparents are your father's parents. That is your dada dadi. So who are your maternal parents? Grandparents? Sorry. It is your mother's parents. So your nana nani are from your maternal family side. Now all these people, the maternal grandparents also, they have come from Gujarat. Mahika's uncle and aunts, that is Mausaji, Masiji, they and their children, they have come from Mumbai. So see, people have traveled from different places to celebrate Mahika's birthday. What do you think would be Mahika's reaction? She would, of course, be very happy to see everyone. Mahika's grandparents, that is her Dadaji and Dadiji, they are also very happy because their daughter and son-in-law have also arrived from Bhopal. There is a lot of excitement and happiness. Everyone is happy to meet each other. They have so much to share and talk about. So generally you will see, the moment there's a family get together, you will see all of them talking about so many things. You will see your parents talking about their childhood. You will see your grandparents, sometimes maybe pulling someone's leg or probably just playing around with a lot of children. So this is why it is important to celebrate occasions. Learning from the family. So why family is important? Because it is family which in your initial years when you are growing, they are the ones who will teach you a lot of things, who teach you many things that will help you become really strong to live in the society. So you might see sometimes your parents tell you, "Oh, don't do this. What would the neighbors think? Don't spoil the park. What is it that your friends would say? So they are teaching you basic habits. It's your family who's teaching you basic habits. Why? Because they want that you should become a good citizen. You should be liked by everyone around. Sometimes we say, oh my God, this person is so ill mannered, right? We say that. So what happens? People don't like such kind of such kind of a person who doesn't have basic manners. But it is our family who teaches us these basic manners, and that is why when our parents tell us to behave in a particular way, we should always obey to what they are saying. It says we learn many values from our family. These values stay with us all our lives and help us to lead a good life. So I'll give you my example. When I was young, I think about 7 years of age, I had this really bad habit of leaving the food in the plate. So maybe I would take two chapatis and I would eat one or one and a half chapati and I would leave half of the chapati. And I had this habit. I would just do that almost every time. So once I remember someone asked me that you leave this food, who eats it? I said, it's my mother who eats it. So that person asked me, so you are telling your mother, or in a way, you are giving your mother the leftover food to eat. But she has taken so much of pain to ensure that your whatever food you like, only that food is cooked. So do you think what you are doing is right? This behavior that you have towards your mother, do you think it is right? And trust me, from that day till now, and I know going forward also, I never leave food in the plate. In fact, I developed this habit to take only that much which I know I can eat. See, there's no harm in, if I talk about this example, there's no harm in probably, serving yourself twice or thrice. But this good habit of not leaving the food, this good habit of not wasting the food, I developed at such an early age. And another value that I gained through this experience was to respect my mother for the fact that she cooks for us, right? So here are some values that are given that that we get from our family. First and most important is helping each other. So let's say the maid has taken an off. So how can you help your mother if she's doing the dishes? Maybe what you can do is you can ensure the fact that whatever dishes are maybe on kept on the dining table or maybe in someone's room, you can at least collect them and give it to your mother. Now what happens in this is that let's say your mother has already done the dishes and then she sees that on the dining table or maybe in someone's room, some glass or some plate is still kept. Now she again has to wash those dishes, right? Or maybe what you can do is once your mother has washed the dishes, you can help her in placing those dishes at their right places. So helping each other is the first habit that we mostly learn from our family. It says Maika and her brother have to help at home. They assist the family in looking after guests or tidying up the house. On special occasions, they join their parents in decorating the house. Maika's grandparents also help them by buying groceries and vegetables or by watering the plants. Yes, a small activity like watering the plants. You can tell your mother that, Mama, please tell me, or Papa, please tell me what is the right way to water the plants, and I will take this as my responsibility. Even a small thing like, let's say, your mother has washed the clothes, right? And she has got them ironed, and now if that pile of clothes is kept on your bed, what you can always do is you yourself can take the responsibility of placing them in the cupboard nicely. What is happening here? You are not just helping your family. In this entire process, you are becoming responsible. The second thing is, which we get from our families, choosing profession. You might have seen your friends maybe saying, "Oh, I want to be a teacher because my mother is a teacher," or "I want to be a doctor because my mother is a doctor," or "I want to be a pilot because my father is also a pilot." So Maika is very fond of her uncle and aunt. They are loving and affectionate. Her aunt Chachiji is a South Indian from Tamil Nadu. Her aunt is an engineer. So Maika is very fascinated by her aunt, by her Chachi, who is an engineer. She is the first female engineer in the family. Maika is very inspired from her aunt Neelam. So what is the name of Maika's aunt? Neelam. So she also wants to become an engineer. So here Maika wants to become what her aunt has. Maika wants to take up the profession that her aunt has taken. Then another way in which our family helps us is taking decisions. Sometimes it happens we are very confused. For example, let's say you go in senior classes and you have to choose which language would you want to take. Like in 8th grade or 9th grade, sometimes your school offers you languages like German, French, Spanish. You're very confused. So you will see that when you sit with your family, they will help you take the right decision, and that is why they say that you should always discuss your problems with your family. So the way you celebrate with your family, you should always talk to your family. If at all you are feeling sad, if you're feeling confused, if you're feeling a little lost, then you should always consult your family. In fact, family should be the first set of people that you should approach. Maika likes the way her uncle, aunt, and their children take decisions. They sit down at the table and everyone is given a chance to say what they feel. Then the best option is chosen. For example, the parents of Mahika's aunts were not very happy when she decided to study engineering. They thought that she would find the course very tough. They also felt that she would not be able to live in the hostel in different cities. They thought the profession was more suitable for men. But her aunt Neelam believed that women are equally good at any kind of job. When Neelam's parents realized how confident and firm Neelam was, they agreed. Neelam's father takes the final decision and supports her in her studies. Alright. Then what is the next thing that we learn from our family? Our values, or in Hindi what we call as sanskar. Maika's family distribute gifts to poor on every special occasion. Here I would like to tell you, I have this friend of mine who on every birthday, she hardly or I think, she just spends very less celebrating her birthday with her friends. Every year on her birthday, she goes to an orphanage and she spends her entire day with those children. So one of the value system that we have, or probably that that I've learned from her is that it's okay or it's fine to celebrate it with your friends. But what about these people who have no one around? How happy you will make them by spending your birthday with them. So imagine if most of us start doing this. These orphan kids would never feel alone in this world. You're giving them so much of happiness. So Maika and her brother also helped the poor people. Maika gave away all her old books to the poor children. They also see that when relatives and family members meet, their parents touch the feet of their elders and hug each other. And then certain values are given. More values like wishing your elders, paying them respect, looking after guests, participating in family gatherings, or maybe you can give some refreshments when there are guests, and speaking softly. And lastly, it says the family, both immediate and extended, is a very important part of our life. We must try and meet each other regularly and maintain relationships. We also must try and respect family traditions and values. So, what is it that we have learned in this chapter? I just told you a few minutes ago that family is the most important set of people in our life, and we really need to respect them and love them. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed reading this chapter.